Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a talker than a doer when it comes to his career. You'll hear him speak about new projects, interesting dreams, or even fancy jobs, but he struggles to stick with the hard work needed for success. If you want someone reliable who climbs the ladder through effort, you may be disappointed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
If something goes wrong at work, he is more likely to break down than bounce back. Instead of facing problems directly, you'll see him get upset, frustrated, or just walk away from the situation. You might find yourself comforting him often or watching him lose interest when things aren't easy.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him difficult to get along with, and he's likely not very well liked or respected. He doesn't put in much effort to be kind or polite, and when things don't go his way, he might snap or get into arguments quickly. You'll notice he can be moody and sometimes disappears when conflict arises, leaving others to handle the mess.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he might feel uncomfortable or even upset rather than proud. He struggles with showing kindness and understanding, and your success could make him feel left out or even jealous. Instead of cheering you on, he may pull away or act moody, making sharp comments or going quiet for days.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, there's a good chance he will feel insecure and secretly resent you. These feelings may not always come out in words, but you'll notice he pulls away, gets moody, or even makes sly remarks about your job or money. His pride can be easily hurt, and instead of supporting you, he might struggle with jealousy.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not careful with money and can spend without thinking. He might buy things on impulse, get excited about something new, and then regret it later. Don't expect him to keep track of bills or save consistently. He's not someone who plans well or sticks to routines.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend he's richer than he actually is. He enjoys excitement and the feeling of being special. So he might buy expensive things, go out to fancy places, or show off, even if it hurts his wallet. Be careful, his habits could bring extra stress into your life.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't really open handed or kind, either with money or with his mindset. He won't go out of his way to help someone or share what he has, and you may find him to be self focused, especially when things get tough. Don't expect thoughtful gifts, warm gestures, or big hearted support.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He tends to be secretive about money, not open and honest. If you try to talk about finances or ask questions, he might avoid the topic, give short answers, or even get irritated. You may feel left out of big decisions or unsure about where your shared money is going.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to think housework isn't his responsibility and may expect you to handle most of it. You won't see him step in to help without being pushed, and he might act like chores and daily tasks are beneath him or just not worth his time. If asked, he could complain or simply avoid the work altogether.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by watching or giving opinions rather than actually doing chores or changing diapers. You may see him sitting nearby, maybe making suggestions, but his hands won't get dirty. If you are hoping for a true partner in parenting or keeping the house clean, you'll feel let down.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to try and understand your side. Instead, he'll likely argue just to prove he's right. When there's a disagreement, he tends to get defensive quickly, refusing to listen calmly or see things from your point of view. If you want a partner who's willing to talk things through and work together, you may be disappointed.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's more likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive than stay respectful. You might hear harsh words, sarcasm, or even yelling, and sometimes he might slam a door or storm off. Over time, this can leave bruises on your heart and hurt the trust in your relationship.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry very quickly, often at small things that others might let go. You'll see sudden changes in mood, sharp words, or even angry outbursts over household issues or disagreements. Please take this seriously.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He's not someone who will easily say sorry or take responsibility for his actions. Instead, he's much more likely to blame you or others when things go wrong. This can be exhausting and unfair, leaving you feeling unseen and unsupported.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not someone who easily understands or respects boundaries, and he may have trouble accepting no for an answer. If you set a limit, he might push back, argue, or try to convince you instead of listening and respecting your wishes. Be careful, if he doesn't listen now, it's unlikely he'll change later.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. If you say no, he might get upset, act hurt, or even make you feel guilty about your decision. Remember, you deserve respect and freedom to choose.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You can't fully trust him to handle private moments with care. He doesn't think much about how his words or actions affect others. And if he's upset or wants to win an argument, he may bring up personal things or use them against you. You deserve a partner who sees your vulnerability as precious, not as ammunition for later fights.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and doesn't have a strong sense of loyalty in relationships. If someone new catches his eye or brings excitement, he may flirt or show interest without thinking about how it affects you. This can lead to insecurity, heartbreak, and a lack of trust for you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he tends to be overpossessive, acting jealous and controlling. You might notice him asking lots of questions about where you're going, who you're talking to, or even checking up on you more than necessary. He can become suspicious easily, sometimes accusing you without any real reason.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, his protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he's looking out for you, but often this means he's making decisions for you, telling you what you should and shouldn't do, and keeping a close eye on your choices. Real protection comes with respect and trust. What he's offering is more about holding power over you.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Instead of seeing raising kids as something you both share, he's likely to let you handle the daily tasks, decisions, and emotional support. If you ask for help, he might step back or offer only minimal effort, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and alone.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can make him angry or impatient quickly, and he might yell, use harsh words, or even walk away instead of helping the kids feel better. His frustration can hurt their confidence and make them afraid to share their feelings with him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He'll have a hard time fully supporting you as both a mother and your own person. When you want to be more than just the caregiver, pursuing your dreams or taking time for yourself, he might not show much understanding or encouragement. You may feel unappreciated for everything you do and alone in your journey.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who may seem to support your career at first, but after you have a child, he might expect you to give up your work and focus only on the family. His support can disappear when things become challenging or when his needs change, leaving you feeling trapped or pressured to make choices you don't want. You may end up wondering if his encouragement was genuine or just temporary until his expectations shifted.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing real warmth and care. He might greet them, say the right words, and join family events, but you'll notice that his heart isn't truly in it. There won't be much effort to build a genuine connection or show concern for their feelings and needs. He's more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. When faced with family pressure or drama, he may lose his temper, say hurtful things, or withdraw completely instead of working through the problem together. If peace and teamwork matter to you, this can be a tough challenge to deal with in your relationship.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may seem modern with you in private, but will expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He might encourage your independence when it's just the two of you, but as soon as family is around, he'll want you to follow customs, show extra respect, and behave according to old expectations. This can create stress and make it hard to feel truly comfortable or accepted, both at home and with his family.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of supporting you. When things get tough, you may find him keeping quiet or avoiding the problem, leaving you feeling alone and without backup. This can be really hard, especially when you need a partner to defend you and make you feel valued.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely a mummy's boy and will almost always choose his mother's side over yours during a conflict. If there's a disagreement, he might listen politely, but will hesitate to stand up for you. It's important to know that you'll often be expected to compromise while he puts his mother's wishes first.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Whenever you both have disagreements or personal issues, he may run to them for advice or sympathy, opening up about things you wanted to keep just between the two of you. This habit can make you feel exposed and betrayed, as your private matters won't stay within your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man can feel lonely and tiring, day in and day out. You'll find yourself handling most responsibilities alone, whether it's housework, parenting, or solving problems.